Hello everyone, welcome back to Choice to Learn. Today, I want to share a story about a woman named Amina. A story about money, mistakes, learning, and a small change that completely transformed her life. Have you ever wondered where your money goes? You work hard. You earn money. You try to save something for the future. But somehow, when the month ends, you look at your wallet and think, how did everything disappear so quickly? This was exactly what happened with Amina. Amina was a hardworking woman. Every morning, she woke up early, completed her responsibilities, and worked honestly. She was grateful for everything she had, but deep inside, she always felt worried about money. She often told herself, maybe if I earned more money, my problems would disappear. But the truth was different. The problem was not only how much money she earned. The problem was how she managed it. One evening, Amina sat near her window with a cup of tea in her hands. Outside, people were walking, cars were passing, and the city was busy as always. But Amina was lost in her thoughts. She opened her banking app and looked at her balance. She became quiet. Again, she whispered, "How can I have almost nothing left? I worked the whole month." She remembered all the small purchases she had made. A dress she bought because it was beautiful. A decoration for her room because it looked cute. Food she ordered because she didn't want to cook. Small things that seemed harmless at the time. But together, they had taken away her savings. Amina placed her phone on the table and sighed. "I need to change something," she said. But she didn't know where to start. The next day, while watching videos online, she found something that caught her attention. It was about Japanese people and their relationship with money. She learned that many Japanese financial habits were not about becoming rich quickly. They were about discipline, awareness, and respecting what you already have. Amina became curious. She thought, maybe I don't need to earn more first. Maybe I need to learn better habits. That night, she started researching. The first habit she discovered was called Kakeibo. Kakeibo was a Japanese budgeting method that helped people understand their spending. The idea was simple. Before spending money, ask yourself, do I really need this? Will this bring long-term value to my life? Is this helping me reach my goals? The next morning, Amina bought a simple notebook. On the first page, she wrote, "My money journey." She divided the page into 4 questions. How much money do I have? How much do I need? What can I improve? What is truly important to me? At first, writing every expense felt strange. She discovered things about herself that she never noticed before. She realized she was not spending money because she needed things. Sometimes, she was spending money because she was tired, stressed, or looking for a little happiness. That realization surprised her. For the first time, Amina was not just looking at numbers. She was understanding her own habits. And this was only the beginning. She didn't know that these small steps would slowly change her relationship with money forever. Because sometimes, the biggest changes in life start with one simple decision. I want to learn. After starting her money notebook, Amina began to notice things she had never paid attention to before. Every evening, she sat down for a few minutes and looked at her expenses. At first, it was uncomfortable. She saw many things that she didn't really need. One day, she looked at a shelf in her room. It was filled with items she had bought months ago but had barely used. A beautiful cup set. A decoration she found attractive in a shop. Clothes that still had their tags. She touched one of the items and smiled sadly. "I thought these things would make me happy," she said. "But now they are just taking up space." That day, Amina learned about another Japanese concept called Mottainai. It was a simple but powerful idea. Respect what you have. Don't waste things. Amina started looking at her belongings differently. Before buying something new, she asked herself, do I really need this? Can I use something I already have? Am I buying this because I need it or because I want a temporary feeling of happiness? Slowly, her shopping habits started changing. Before, she would walk into a store and buy something just because it looked beautiful. Now, she would stop and think. Sometimes she still bought things, but she bought them with purpose. She realized that saving money did not mean stopping herself from enjoying life. It meant making smarter choices. A few weeks later, Amina decided to clean her room. She opened her cupboard and started organizing everything. She found clothes she had forgotten about. She found books she never finished reading. She found things she thought she needed but never used. While cleaning, she remembered another Japanese idea: minimalism. Minimalism was not about having nothing. It was about removing unnecessary things and keeping what truly matters. Amina did not want a house full of things. She wanted a life full of peace. After cleaning her room, she felt something different. The room looked simpler, but her mind felt lighter. She sat on her bed and looked around. For years, I thought buying more things would make my life better, she thought. But maybe having less can give me more peace. This small change also affected her spending. She stopped comparing her life with others. Before, when she saw someone with expensive clothes or a new phone, she sometimes felt she needed the same things. But now she understood something important. Everyone has a different journey. Someone else's lifestyle does not have to become her dream. One evening, her friend Sarah visited her. Sarah looked around the room and noticed the changes. "Your room feels different," Sarah said. Amina smiled. "Yes, I removed many things I didn't need." Sarah laughed. "Are you becoming someone who doesn't like shopping anymore?" Amina smiled and replied, "I still like beautiful things, but now I choose things carefully. I don't want things to control my money or my happiness." Sarah looked surprised. "That sounds difficult." "It was difficult in the beginning," Amina said, "but now it feels peaceful." Amina was slowly learning that financial freedom was not only about saving money. It was also about controlling her choices. But there was still one habit left that she struggled with the most. The habit of buying things immediately when she wanted them. She was about to discover a rule that would change the way she made decisions forever. The 48-hour rule. Amina was happy with the changes she had made. Her room was more organized. Her spending was under control. And for the first time in a long time, she felt that she was managing her money instead of money controlling her. But there was one habit that was still difficult for her: impulse buying. Sometimes, she would see something beautiful online or in a shop and immediately feel that she needed it. One afternoon, while walking through a shopping area, she saw a beautiful handbag in a store window. She stopped. The bag was elegant and matched her style perfectly. "I really want this," she whispered. She walked into the store and picked it up. The old Amina would have bought it immediately. She would have told herself, "I worked hard. I deserve this." And maybe she did deserve something nice. But this time, she remembered what she had learned. She put the bag down and asked herself, "Do I really need this, or do I just want it right now?" She decided not to buy it. Instead, she gave herself 2 days to think. This was the 48-hour rule. The idea was simple. When you want to buy something that is not necessary, wait 48 hours before making the decision. During those 2 days, you give your mind time to think clearly. The next morning, Amina still liked the handbag. But after thinking about it, she realized something. She already had 3 bags at home that she rarely used. The excitement she felt was temporary. The money she would save could help her reach a bigger goal. She smiled. "I almost spent my money on a feeling," she said. That moment taught her something important. Not every desire needs to become a purchase. Sometimes, the strongest financial decision is simply waiting. Months passed and Amina continued learning. But she also discovered another important Japanese idea: Kaizen. Kaizen means continuous improvement. It means becoming better through small steps every day. Amina loved this idea because she always thought change had to be big and immediate. She used to think, "One day, I will completely change my life." But Kaizen taught her, small changes create big results. So instead of trying to save a huge amount of money suddenly, she started with small actions. She saved a little every week. She planned her shopping. She cooked at home more often. She learned new skills. She read about money and personal growth. Every small step made her stronger. One evening, Amina looked back at her old habits. She remembered the woman who used to feel stressed every month. The woman who wondered where her money disappeared. She smiled because she was no longer that person. Her bank account was not suddenly full of millions. Her life was not perfect. But something had changed. She had confidence. She had discipline. And she finally understood that success was built one small choice at a time. One day, Amina met an old friend who asked, "You look different. What happened?" Amina laughed. "I learned that changing my life doesn't happen in one big moment. It happens through small decisions every day." Her friend asked, "What's your secret?" Amina smiled and said, "There is no magic secret. I just learned to respect my money, my time, and my future." But Amina still had more to learn. She was about to discover two deeper Japanese philosophies that would change not only her money habits, but also the way she saw her entire life. Amina had already changed many things in her life. She was no longer spending money without thinking. She had learned to appreciate what she owned and make better choices. But she realized something important. Managing money was not only about numbers. It was also about learning, patience, and understanding yourself. While continuing her journey, Amina discovered another Japanese philosophy called Shu-Ha-Ri. At first, the word seemed complicated, but when she learned its meaning, she found it beautiful. Shu-Ha-Ri describes the stages of learning something. First comes shu, learning the basics and following a system. Then comes understanding the rules and adapting them to your own life. Finally comes Ri, creating your own way based on your experience. Amina thought about her money journey. In the beginning, she needed guidance. She followed simple rules. She wrote down her expenses. She planned her spending. She avoided unnecessary purchases. That was her Shu stage. After some time, she started understanding herself better. She learned what worked for her and what didn't. She created a budget that matched her own lifestyle. That was her Ha stage. And one day, she realized she was no longer just following advice from others. She had built her own healthy relationship with money. That was her Ri stage. Amina smiled when she understood this. Learning is not about copying someone else's life, she thought. It is about growing until you find what works for you. But there was still one final lesson waiting for her. The lesson that connected everything together. Ikigai. Amina learned that Ikigai means finding your reason for living, the thing that gives your life meaning and purpose. For many years, Amina thought money was the main goal. She believed, if I have more money, I will finally be happy. But now she saw things differently. Money was important, but it was not the destination. Money was a tool to support dreams, a tool to create opportunities, a tool to help people live a meaningful life. Amina started asking herself new questions. What kind of life do I want? What truly makes me happy? What skills can I develop? How can I use my time in a valuable way? Slowly, she discovered her own purpose. She loved learning and sharing knowledge with others. She enjoyed helping people understand simple ideas that could improve their lives. She started sharing what she learned with her friends and family. She told them about budgeting, avoiding waste, and making thoughtful decisions. One evening, Sarah visited her again. Sarah looked at Amina and smiled. "You are not the same person I knew before." Amina laughed. "Really? How? You used to worry about money all the time. Now you look peaceful." Amina looked outside the window and thought for a moment. "I used to think being rich meant having more things," she said. "But now I think true wealth is having control over my choices and peace in my mind." Sarah nodded. That is a beautiful way to see life. Amina knew her journey was not finished. There would still be challenges. There would still be unexpected expenses and difficult moments. But now she had something more valuable than money. She had knowledge. She had discipline. She had confidence. And most importantly, she had a purpose. The woman who once wondered where her money disappeared had finally learned the secret. A better financial life does not begin with a bigger income. It begins with better decisions. But Amina's story was not only about saving money. It was about changing her relationship with life itself. And soon, she would discover how these small habits could create a completely new future. Years had passed since the day Amina looked at her bank account and felt completely lost. The woman who once worried about every month was now living with confidence and peace. Her life was not perfect. She still had responsibilities. She still faced difficult days. But the difference was that she no longer felt helpless. She had learned how to make decisions with wisdom. One morning, Amina opened her old notebook. The same notebook where she had written her first money goals. She turned the pages slowly. At the beginning, there were many questions. Where does my money go? Why can't I save? How can I change? But as she continued reading, she saw something beautiful. She saw her own growth. She saw the small steps that created a big transformation. She remembered the first lesson, Kakeibo. It taught her to understand her money instead of ignoring it. She remembered Mottainai. It taught her to appreciate what she already had. She remembered minimalism. It taught her that happiness does not come from collecting more things. She remembered the 48-hour rule. It taught her patience and better decision-making. She remembered Kaizen. It taught her that small improvements can create incredible results. She remembered Shu-Ha-Ri. It taught her that learning is a journey. And finally, she remembered Ikigai. It taught her that money should support a meaningful life. Amina closed the notebook and smiled. She realized something important. The biggest change was not the amount of money she saved. The biggest change was the person she became. She became more patient, more responsible, more grateful. She stopped comparing her life with others. She stopped buying things to impress people. She started investing in things that truly mattered, her knowledge, her skills, and her future. One day, someone asked Amina, if you could give one piece of advice about money, what would it be? Amina thought for a moment and replied, don't wait until you earn more money to start managing it wisely. Learn to respect what you already have. She continued, money is like a seed. If you take care of it, protect it, and use it wisely, it can grow into something valuable. Amina's story reminds us that financial success is not only for people with high incomes. Anyone can start with small steps. Anyone can learn better habits. Anyone can build a better future. Because wealth is not created in one day. It is created through thousands of small choices. So, before you buy something today, ask yourself, do I really need this? Before you waste something, remember, what I already have has value. And before you think you need more money to change your life, remember Amina's journey. Sometimes, the first step toward a better future is not earning more. It is learning more. Thank you for watching this story. If you enjoyed this lesson, share it with someone who might need this message. And remember, small changes today can create a better tomorrow. See you in the next story.